kind of pressed the wrong button before I started recording. But what's up, guys? I'm a box today. You see? I'm a box. Anyways, guys, today we're going to be talking about a new asymmetrical horror that is being led by a local arsonist. It's called Bloodsport. Why am I talking about this now? Because if I don't talk about it now, I'm not going to do it later. I'm too lazy. Let me just fix this shit. Hey, how you doing? Anyways, this is the Bloodsport official Discord server. If you want to join the server, link in the description. Today I'm going to be talking about the game mechanics and I guess the lore mechanics, because that's literally the only thing that's out about this game. Because I just feel like talking about it and spreading some, hey, this is happening. If you want to support it, go check it out. Also, it's because I will not be able to do it later, as if you may or may not know, I will be leaving for the military around the new upcoming year. But yeah, pretty much, if you don't know that, now you do. I'm going to be leaving around New Year's. After New Year's. It's gonna be after New Year's, sometime after New Year's, but who cares? Let's talk about Bloodsport. So this game is going to be an asymmetrical horror that is going to be a 1v6, and let's read about these main game mechanics, and I'm gonna give you my thoughts on how I think about this shit. All right, I woke up like, it's what is this? It's probably 9 o'clock in the morning. I don't know why I have this much energy while recording, but fuck it, who cares? Let's do this. Main game mechanics. Sprinting. Sprinting will have a limited stamina and speed, decided by the speed and stamina stack. Who would have thought? Stamina, you're going to be able to sprint for 25 seconds, and 5 stamina, you will be able to sprint for 15 seconds. Does the math? I don't know. I'm lazy. Walking will always be the same speed, but will never be faster than sprinting, unless perk says otherwise. What the fuck? When would a perk make you faster than sprinting? I don't know. That's one crazy speed walker. Crouching will disable. Disable. Technically you're disabling yourself. Crouching will decrease the speed by 20% and quiet down the sounds of the survivor by 10%. You can only crouch off generators and the beginning of reviving. You can crouch while injured. Great to know. Generators. Survivors will have to complete one more generator than there are survivors, with 2 being the limit spawning. For example, if the limit is 7, then there will be 9 spawned. Be spawned into 7. But basically, generators are going to be spawning in random spots in the map every single time. That is a good thing, because I don't want to play the same shit over and over again. Generator skill checks. Skill checks will cause a 15% progress decrease of the total completed progress. Meaning, if you fuck up, you suck. Hit system. After being hit by a killer, a survivor will be down. Cool. That's not gonna be fucking annoying. Because I suck. Cage system. After a survivor, a killer can pick them up and cage them, which varies from map to map. After being caged for the second time, a survivor will die. Ways to avoid killers. Vaulting. Survivors can vault certain windows, which will be signified. After vaulting 3 times, it will be blocked off for 75 seconds. After vaulting twice, it will take 45 seconds to fully reset. Environmental hazards. These hazards can be knocked over by both killers and survivors to block them. To destroy the environmental hazard, the killer or survivor will have to interact them for 1.5 seconds. These will not regenerate. That's pretty fast. Crouch spots. Survivors will be able to escape chases by crouching through small areas. Killers can destroy these crouch spots indefinitely. Lockers. Lockers can be hidden in. After 10 seconds, the survivor will go quiet. But don't stay in too long in case for fear. Oh, you bitch. You scared? You scared of being in a locker? What a wuss. Completion of tasks. Generators at 10 repair, it will take 85 seconds to complete. At 1 repair, it will take 150 seconds to complete. These are solo, by the way. I'm assuming it scales based on how many generators are in the game. Uncaging. This will be a 2-second animation to uncage a fellow survivor. Cool. Mending from an injured state. 1 healing solo self will take 20 seconds. 1 healing solo others will be 15 seconds. 10 healing. Okay. Reviving. Survivors can revive other down survivors. This matters on the healing stat. Of course. Recovering. If downed and not picked up, you can recover and stand up in injured state after holding the recover option for 25 seconds. Recovering can be only be done once. Okay, that's cool. Have a little strategic plays when trying to pick yourself up. You know, me personally, I would just stand up. Give up. Survivors, after being down, can choose to give up if not picked up. This will do a 7-second animation, and then the survivor will die. So basically a 7-second animation where you're on the fucking ground, and you just, you know, you take a knife out of nowhere. I don't know where the fuck you found this, and just start wiggling. If picked up by the killer, the survivor can struggle by hitting skill checks in a row constantly. After hitting 15 skill checks will take about 25 seconds. The survivor can break free after the last skill check. Will you be in the interstate? after that is the real question. Probably. I don't know, you got smacked. I don't know why you would not be injured. Escape gates opening. This will take 7 seconds. Caging. This will play a 2-second animation depending on which cage it is. The killer cannot move during this. You know, it will take 2 seconds for me to fucking slash something inside the cage. I mean, it's pretty easy. Adrenaline. If you look at the killer when they're in a 20 stub within a 20 stub radius and spotted you, survivors will gain a 20% speed boost for 2 seconds. This is after the screen zooms in for a second on the killer and a quick stinger is heard. Jump scare. Bleed out / cage death. Bleed out will take 60 seconds before dying. First cage death. First cage takes 90 seconds before dying. After being in the cage for 45 seconds, survivors will have the options to give up. You bitch. Injured effects will show when the health bar of a survivor is bleeding. This effect makes survivors 5% slower, brings yourself down to 4, and leaves a blood trail that killers and survivors can see. I know I can read properly. I know. Injured survivors cannot do generators until they're mended. You are basically a sack of potatoes walking around. Broken. Broken will show up when the health bar is cracking. You cannot mend yourself or be mended from the injured state. While broken, you're just fucked. Exposed. Exposed can come from 3 separate ways. Exposed means people can see you. Fear. If you are scared, people can see you. If you're camping, it's an anti-camp. Oh, so cool. There's an anti-camp mechanic. Because if you were anti-camp, you basically help everyone. Doing nothing means you'll be caught and killed. Cool. That's very good. Very good mechanic. Spotting. Killers cannot hear chase music until they spot the survivors in their field of view and cannot hear bold music either. Bold in chase. If bold, survivor's health bar will start shaking and wiggling. If in chase, the survivor's health bar will start shaking frantically. Bars of progress. Bars of progress will be attached to the generators. Reviving and mending will be a bar in the middle lower section of the screen. Leveling up. Every 5 levels, the player will be sat in front of the overseer, which is CEO 2.0. This overseer will lay out 4 cards and the player can select 2, which will be add-ons. Killer add-ons will be in red, survivor add-ons will be in black. Cool. If you ran out of add-ons to get, you will get currency, V-Bucks. Prestiging. There are going to be prestige tiers, capable, experienced, veteran, and lightened. You know, I'm getting lightened in the first 5 seconds. Killers, capable, experienced, serial, and darkened. You know, I'm going to get darkened in the first 1 second because I'm evil. Wahaha, I'm never doing that. First tier rewards is level 10 banner, 25 title, 45 victory pose, 45 new effect if applicable, and 50 new voice line. Voice line. You know, I got good voice acts. Base kit passives. All killers will have bloodlust. All killers will have bloodlust. Nice. That's gonna be interesting. Disabler. Healed. When downing a survivor, it gives a 5-second cooldown to their active. Controller gains a 5-second speed boost for 3 seconds after kicking a generator. Assault. Blood drip. Gain a 10-second speed boost while carrying a survivor. Fast moving. Jump scare. Oh no, mobility. Jump scare effect gives half duration. I would have thought that assault would get fast moving and mobility would get blood drip. Well, survivors. Support gets helpful words. Mending a survivor from an injured state gives both survivors a 5% stamina regeneration buff for 15 seconds. Generators repair slowly increasing to a self buff of 1.5 repair if on the generator for 30 seconds total. Loopers get every 90 seconds to chase. Adrenaline will kick in, provided 10% of stamina and 15% speed boost for 2.5 seconds. That's me. Stealth. Silent escape. Every avoided detection gives a 0.5 repair boost for 10 seconds. Escapist. Once a generator is complete or a person's cage, see all survivor auras once for 1 second. Anyways, that is all the game mechanics. It looks promising. It looks promising. On to the lore mechanics. Now, usually when it comes to games, asymmetrical horror games like Dead by Daylight, I don't really dabble in the lore about it because usually the lore just, you know, surrounds, hey, these certain characters are doing this, they get in here, and then blah, blah, blah. But it seems that this lore will be promising. Am I gonna read this like Five Nights at Freddy's? Who knows? But I know the entire lore of FNAF, I'll tell you that much. Lore. Entity. Servants of the entity. Dark Mass is the major entity in control of their own realm. Dark Mass is close to an omnipotent god, but can only infect any universe with a cult offering to Dark Mass. Dark Mass, however, had to be summoned before he can gain control. He sounds weak to me. Well, not me, but like this guy. I mean, this guy right here. He solos. The Overseer. The CEO
of support classes.
This Overseer has the gifts of a god thanks to Dark Mass. So wait, Dark Mass is just God basically. He's not my god. My god is Poland spring water. Hashtag not sponsored. I'm lying. It's just water. It's not fucking God. Relax. He's the first ever to summon Dark Mass, the Overseer. Damn, CEO, I didn't know you like that. The Overseer is the only one able to take people forcefully from their universe and is in control of the show itself. You could take him or her, equal opportunity. Yo, put both of them in there. You know what I'm saying? Have them be killers. Have them be killers. You know, I'm lying. Let me stop. Overseer gained his powers and went to multiple universes to set up cults, mostly murdering the leaders of civilizations to replace them with the devout cult leader. After a while, he started to become less human and started to like the godly appearance and the blood on his suit. Bitch, that's fire. So basically, this Overseer guy universe hops like a certain someone. I'm joking, all right? I know I gotta continue writing the lore of my characters, you know, because that's literally the only characters I have. He universe hops, kills a bunch of Joe Bidens, and then replaces them with a cult leader, Donald Trump. Ah, I see. And then he just, you know, grabs motherfuckers and just brings them to the blood game, the blood sports. You know, I'm pretty athletic. I mean, not me. Him and her, especially her. Oh wait, I'm supposed to combine. That's cool. That's cool. But how does he server hop? They'll get to it in the lore in the game. Higher-ups. Higher-ups are cult leaders. They are only granted with high charisma and persuasion. They will go for anyone willing to sign up for the blood sport. Shank. I'm sorry. Show. The blood sport itself is a show streamed to every universe Dark Mass has some control of. So we got Bloodsport Plus. Exit. Anytime a character gives up or becomes boring for the show, they will be replaced and sent back into their universe with no memory of any of the pain or realism of the blood and murder. So basically you get fucking what's that movie with Will Smith slapping Chris Rock? He didn't slap Chris Rock in the movie. But you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I'll figure it out later. So that's pretty interesting. But my question is, if you get into the blood sport, but you a piece of shit, will you just die in there? Like, nah, fuck, you ain't leaving. Well, you'll leave in a body bag. If you die in the game, you die for real. That's an interesting thing, though. You know, what if someone remembers, like him, trying to get in this game so badly? Missing people. The people missing are calmly explained to the people close or worried that they went onto the show, and this only goes in for that same universe. You gonna tell them out? Stop. Okay. All right. That's the last one. But basically, this CEO part 2 is gonna pull up at someone's house and be like, "Yo, by the way, your son, daughter, sister, brother, uncle, cousin, whoever. Yeah, we took him. He gonna be doing the blood sport, but don't worry. Even though it says blood sport, it's all catch up. You'll be fine. But interesting how this is just an accepted part of society. Yeah, let me just lay back and just watch some Bloodsport Plus. How to get in. Survivors and killers can enter by signing up voluntarily and be taken by force randomly, or be taken when that person is near death or in a death-causing moment if the Overseer finds them entertaining for the show. Living quarters. Killers all live in cabins in a camp-like area after the trials are over. Killer interactions. That is interesting. Survivors live in underground barracks with everything provided to them when the trials are over. Interesting. I'm wondering how these motherfuckers go. What if they fight? Like, hey, you ain't do shit this entire trial. You had like 1% done on gens. You loser. That is basically Bloodsport mechanics so far. I think this game is going to be interesting. Please finish this game. Please. Alright. I'll be gone for a lot of the development, I'm assuming. Well, technically, it depends on how long this, I'm going to be gone for most of the development. Hopefully I could be more involved in, watching the development after I get out of basic or boot camp, whatever you want to call it. We'll see. You guys get progress updates and blah blah. Oh, ancients in Hawaii now on a ship shooting guns. But I really do, in all honesty, I really do find this project very promising, very interesting, especially with all the lore bits and how it's going to work. Shout out to a local arsonist, he's the one leading it, as well as Persistent, Eyes, and CEO. Those are like the main 3 side developers, I am assuming for now. Don't get mad at me if I didn't call you out. That's what I got so far. If you want to say, hey, Bloodsport commenter here, and then type your paragraph, go do that. But until then, those are the 4. I'll also leave the official channel of Bloodsport in the description. I'll leave it on the description. You go check it out if you want to go peep the Bloodsport. Hopefully you guys did enjoy watching me go over Bloodsport, the information we have on Bloodsport so far, and I will go back to sleep or play a game. I've been playing a lot of Murder Mystery too. Anyways, have a good day.